Speaking of Youngstown, the election was this week. Excuse me. The reason I care about what's going on in Youngstown is because of my hometown, so it matters to me. The election for mayor was this week, and there was an upset. Tito Brown was the mayor prior to this week. Well, he's still the mayor now until December 31st. Shout out to Tito Brown. I've been knowing Tito Brown. He's an elder to me. I've been knowing Mr. Mayor Tito Brown since I was a kid, 8 years old. His son was on the same Little League football team as me, so he was around helping and stuff like that. And I just been knowing him ever since then, right? Not personally, not on a close level, but knowing who he is. Been around his son a million times. His son is cool, right? He's a popular person in Youngstown. He's been around for a long time. He has a lot of family in Youngstown. He won mayor 2 terms. So he has been the mayor since 2017, I think they said. And finally, the people have spoken and said, you know what? We need change. He ran as a Democrat. The person that beat him, his name is Derek McDowell. He ran as an independent. Now, the last mayor to win the Youngstown election as an independent was Jay Williams, who was a very transformative mayor in Youngstown. Jay Williams was such a transformative mayor in Youngstown that he won in a landslide, first of all, during his second term. But he made such a stir that Barack Obama himself came to Youngstown and took Jay Williams from the mayor's seat and brought him to the White House to work for Obama directly. So literally in the middle of being mayor, he got a job working at the White House with Barack Obama. And he said, I'm resigning from mayor. Y'all can have it. I'm gone. This is what type of person that person was. OK, so people are hoping that Mr. McDowell can come with that same type of energy, that same type of transformative energy. Right. By the way, if this comes across Jay Williams' desk, I want to interview you. So I know you're up in Hartford, Connecticut doing your thing. I feel like the Illuminati might got something to do with this. I don't understand how you get snatched up from Youngstown, D.C., then Hartford, Connecticut. I'm not sure. Running a local nonprofit that's super centralized, super localized anyway. I don't have full understanding, but hopefully I can have a conversation with you and maybe you can explain it to me better. But got a lot of respect for your career. Anyway, McDowell. Now, here's the controversy around Mr. Derek McDowell. He ran as an independent, but there's rumors surrounding his name. Now, he's a black man, right? There's rumors surrounding his name saying he's actually a MAGA supporter. Like he's a undercover secret MAGA supporter. That's what they're saying. I'm not sure where it came from because there's no evidence online anywhere that he has supported or openly supported anybody, any right wingers or any MAGA people or Donald Trump himself, right? There's no proof of it online. But here's what's interesting. A right winger. Let me pull up my screen. Give me a second. Somebody with some money in the Republican Party decided to give Mr. McDowell a large donation. Not large, but relatively sizable for an independent in Youngstown, Ohio. A $5,000 donation. Let me see if I can find somebody actually screenshot a message that went out. Give me a second. If I find it, I can pull it up. Excuse me. It's in here somewhere because I saw it. Oh, they might have done. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay, so what this is saying is MAGA owns McDowell. Derek McDowell sells out for $5,000 to top Trump MAGA donor. We can't trust MAGA McDowell. So pretty much what happened in Youngstown is somebody sent a mass text message out to many people, many voters in Youngstown saying, hey, this guy is a MAGA guy because some top Trump donor also donated $5,000 to this man. So he must be a MAGA person, right? But it seems that did not change anything. Now, let me read the post. So after somebody sent this mass message out, then he responded. He put, my heart is broken. My heart is broken for the people willing to spread lies to keep Youngstown exactly where I believe it is, in bondage. My heart is broke for any folks who will likely believe the last-minute, last-ditch efforts of a smear campaign. My heart is broken for those who may turn their backs on our bold new future because they believe that a campaign donation from a Republican or a Democrat could ever define or own me. It could never. My heart is broken. Years ago, I met Clark Olson, a clergyman for the North, who answered the call back in 1965 to come down to Selma, Alabama, and support Dr. Martin Luther King. In this meeting, he spoke of watching his friend James Reed be killed with a surprise blow to the head with a bat. Clark could barely finish telling the story, so his wife stepped up to the podium and spoke on his behalf. This is what she said. Selma broke his heart. She continued on with, but because he has had his heart broken, he can feel things that much more deeply. The statement resonated so strongly with me then that in this moment now, where nasty accusations are presently swirling around, landing in the inbox of folks all over the day before our November 4th election, I can only say my heart is broken, but because I have now had my heart broken, I can feel things that much more deeply for the city that I love. Believe what you will, Youngstown. Vote how you will, Youngstown. All it means is that now, no matter what, I'll love you all that much more deeply, and I won't back down. See you tomorrow. Now, I will say, that's an extremely poetic response, and I think it's a good response. He didn't say he didn't get a donation. He's just saying whatever somebody gave me could never define me or own me, right? So that's all he's saying. He's calling it a smear campaign because somebody said because of a right-wing donation he received that now he is beholden to the right-wing agenda. That's what somebody says. Now, that's, I think, a good positive post to combat whatever went out, right? A lot of people believe it was a rumor, but a lot of people also believe it's true. I just know he didn't say, hey, I never received a donation from a MAGA person. He didn't say that. And by the way, I did reach out to him to see if he would like to have an interview with me or sit down, talk to me, whatever, do a Zoom call, something like that. So I'm standing by on that. However, Mr. McDowell, if you do see this, because he did add me as a friend earlier this year, if you do come across this, I gotta call it how I see it, regardless. So I do want to speak to you, but I would rather speak to you so you can clear things up. But because I want to speak to you does not mean that I won't say what I think. Okay. Now, here's what's interesting about this post. The interesting part about the post is not the post itself, but the comments. This is a black man, middle-aged, like a little under middle-aged, 40, 50-year-old black man in Youngstown, Ohio. Youngstown, Ohio is extremely segregated, right? Black and white people do go to school together, but outside of school, it's segregated, okay? If you go to, I always say this, if you visit Youngstown with a black person, you wouldn't know that there were white people there. If you visit Youngstown with a white person, you wouldn't know there was black people there, right? It's like that. So let me scroll down. Okay, shout out to Mike. Claudia, it's been a person working with the team. You kept it clear. Let me see something here, because some of these people are saying openly. Hold on. Let me hold on. I will say there is an abnormal amount of middle-aged white support on this post, right? Now, McDowell might be popular with white people. I'm just saying there's an abnormal amount for a black man from Youngstown. There's a post. There's a comment in here that I thought was extremely interesting. Though, hold on. And then some of these white people are not even from Youngstown and can't even vote in Youngstown, but they're still in here supporting him for mayor. I found that to be interesting. Hold on, give me a second. Look at this person. Wish I could vote for mayor. Like, this person is not a Youngstown person, but they found their way. That's a middle-aged white person. Hold on, give me a second. There's a joint in here. Oh, hold on. Man. Give me a second. Middle-aged white woman from Deerfield. I'm praying for you, your family, and our city. I pray that our people vote the correct way. Hold on. This is the one right here. Paul Dunleavy. I'm a Christian Maga guy, and I am voting for Derek McDowell, praying that you are in Lord's will and he chooses you to lead the city. Now, this to me, and I'm not saying Derek has not publicly come out to support anybody on that side of the aisle from what I've seen. But what makes it interesting to me, because I know about how social media works, I know about how these algorithms work, I know about how certain posts get in front of certain people based on their own interests and things like that. I haven't seen McDowell targeting white middle-aged people, right? I'm saying targeting. I haven't seen him target them. I also have not seen him target any right-wingers anywhere. Yet somehow he did something to get the support of Christian MAGA people, right? Again, that's not a knock on him. But what it brings up to me is, how do they know who he is? How are they familiar with him? Right? What makes them say, that person aligns with my beliefs, I'm supporting him? Now, there are ways, and there are some people who use social media, and the social media accounts that we see, these are just the ones for everybody else. They have these what some people call burner accounts, and then they'll do their real interacting on those. Do they know him from some other group or something else that we can't see on the surface here? Again, I'm not accusing them. I'm asking, where do they know him from? The person who donated $5,000, how did they find out who he was? Where did it come from? Because essentially, if somebody was able to get, and I'm just saying supposedly, because these people know him from somewhere, and the way that they're in the comments celebrating his victory, it's as if they got one of their own in office. That's what it seems like. That's how the people are talking in these comments. This is the comments from before he won. But after he won, there's a whole lot of Republicans pretty much treating it like, yo, we just got one in there. We got our guy in there. We're about to make Youngstown great again. That's what a lot of people are saying in the comments. So I'm wondering, how do they know who he is? What makes them think he's aligned with their ideologies? What makes them think he's not just like Tito Brown? Because they seem to dislike Tito a lot. So what makes that? What do they know about him that lets them know that he's different? This is what I'm missing. So there's something missing. There's something that a lot of us don't know and have not seen. I definitely am interested to find out, and hopefully I'm gonna probably do a little bit more digging, and I probably will find out, and I'll come back and let y'all know. But it is very odd to me, because the only way to think that somebody aligns with your ideology is to have heard them say it, or for somebody else to have had a conversation with them and spread the word amongst you, right? So I want everybody to keep their eye on that, because if Youngstown has just become a red city through the mayor's office, that's about to be interesting. I don't know when the last time when the last time Youngstown was run by people who didn't have left-leaning ideologies, right? Whether white left or black left. I don't know when the last time. It's been a long time, probably. Very, very long time, right? Probably a century. So that's that on that.